Hello, and welcome to your meditation practice, and welcome to the Open Heart Project. It is wonderful to see you again. And today we will practice together for 10 minutes, and I will give full instruction. But before we do, I wanted to say just a few words about the topic of depression. And I'm going to talk to you about it from a personal standpoint because for me it is a personal issue. For whatever reason, I was born with a kind of depressive nature, and all my life I've had to struggle with how to meet and work with the feelings of depression, and I'm sure many of you can relate. One of the things that makes depression so difficult is that you feel trapped by it. It seems that it shrinks your mind, it shrinks your world, and you feel that you have no choice but to sort of withdraw and continue to withdraw. And it's very painful. So what to do? And how might meditation relate to this topic altogether? So first I want to say that if you're clinically depressed, or if you've been prescribed medications, or you should continue taking them and continue going to therapy, and if you're able to exercise, continue doing all of those things. I'm not trying to suggest that meditation is a replacement or substitute for those things. So what I have found to be most helpful probably will sound counterintuitive, and that is to relax. Rather than trying to continually fight against my depressive feelings, to somehow find a way to relax with them. And I know that can sound scary because it might feel like, well, if I relax with this depression, it's just going to flood me and overwhelm me and take me over. So far that has not been my experience. So what I mean by relaxing is not to go, oh, no problem, no big deal, it's okay that I feel depressed. What I mean by relaxing instead is to feel what you feel, to open to it, to lean into it, and to even accept it because it's the truth of what you are right now. And simply opening to what you feel is in itself relaxing. And the second thing that I would offer to you is that when you're able to look just under the surface of depression, which has a kind of hard, acrylic feeling veneer, when you look underneath that, what you see, what I have seen, is sadness. And while depression seems unworkable and completely brittle, sadness is soft and tender and very workable. So what is the difference between depression and sadness? And I learned the difference or a clue about the difference when I read an interview with the feminist icon Gloria Steinem, who was being interviewed on the death of her husband. And the interviewer said, aren't you depressed? And she said, and I'm paraphrasing, no, I'm not depressed, I'm sad. And when the interviewer wondered what the difference was, she said, when you're depressed, nothing has any meaning. But when you're sad, everything does. So when you're sad, when you're depressed, the world seems dead. But when you're sad, everything touches you. Not just your own sorrows, but the sorrows of those you encounter. And you're able to feel the sort of reality and soulfulness of whatever situation you're in. It's actually a kind of aliveness. So though it may seem very disorienting, this rawness is actually important. And actually it has a kind of grace. Because when you're open, you can be touched. And when you're touched, you can be genuine. And when you can be genuine, you can love and be loved, and your real life arises. So don't take my word for it. Experiment yourself with the differences between depression and sadness, and report back to me if you like, because I always like to hear your stories. And our meditation practice is extremely helpful in teaching us what is meant by relaxing with our feelings, even the difficult ones. Because as we sit on our cushion, thoughts and feelings come and go, but we hold our seat. And rather than trying to push away things that arise that we dislike, or hold on to the things that we think will make us happy and that we don't want to lose, We simply watch everything arise, abide, and dissolve. And in this way we cultivate the very precious ability to be with our own experience and to open no matter how difficult circumstances might seem. So I wish you well with this, and as we practice today, please know that in addition to cultivating all the benefits of a healthy mind and body that come with a meditation practice, we are also cultivating the ability to feel our own feelings and to be ourselves genuinely. So this is what I wish for you, and without further ado, let's begin our practice for today. So please begin your practice by relaxing. You are you, and this is this, and we're going to practice meditation together. Our practice starts with the way we take our seat. So the basic idea is to sit up straight, but relaxed. Not straight like a steel rod stuck in the ground, not that kind of straight. And my favorite metaphor is straight like a tree. As you have noticed, trees don't get up and move around. They are firmly planted. But at the same time, they rise up and aspire upward. And if it helps, you can imagine that you are planted in earth up to your waist. And everything below is your root system. And it holds you in place, silently and easily. And up from that, like the trunk and limbs of a tree, blossom your trunk and your limbs with a sense of vitality and responsiveness. The hands or palms down, just above the knee or at mid-thigh, and the hands and arms and shoulders are relaxed. The back body, as mentioned, is straight and strong, while the front body is soft and open. And the strength and softness are inseparable. And this is true on an outer and an inner level. So the belly, chest, and throat are relaxed. The chin is tucked a little bit so that it's level with the ground, and the mouth is closed, but the teeth can be slightly parted if that helps the jaw to relax. Breath comes in and out through the nose, and in our practice the eyes remain open, and the gaze is cast down to a spot about 6 feet in front. And it doesn't really matter what's in that spot because you're not staring at it particularly. It simply acts as an anchor point for your gaze, which, rather than lasering out from your eyes to target a single spot, streams from your eyes like the rays of the sun. And like the rays of the sun, mixes with space without preference. So the eyes are soft, and there's as much sense of inward looking as outward looking. The crown of the head reaches up, while the sit bones continue to root down. And this rooting down and reaching up, too, are inseparable. Please feel your own natural elegance. Place your attention on your breath as it flows in and out through your nose. And you don't have to breathe in any special way or alter your breath. Just let your breath be as it is. Each one is a little bit different. So please come all the way in on the inhale. See if you can notice the moment it turns into an exhale, and dissolve out on the out-breath. Notice the little gap that follows the exhale, and then just wait and watch as the next inhale gathers and arises, which it will, and begin again. To come in and flow out. If it happens that your mind becomes absorbed in thought rather than breath, completely no problem. Most of our thoughts will sort of flicker and go out while we're able to maintain attention on breath. But some thoughts absorb us completely and we lose track of breath. And all you have to do when that happens is let go of that thought with the quality of like you're opening a closed fist and just letting it blow away. And gently, gently return your attention to your breath and begin again. thank you very much for your practice.